So our first contact with Zenvo really involved trying to dig down into what design means to them. Before we touch pen to paper, it's really important for us to get a deep understanding of what that client really feels about themselves and also where they're trying to go with that. With Zenvo, a large part of that is to do with the fact that they're a small kind of boutique car manufacturer. They only make a few cars a year. Simply raising brand awareness was a big part of what they were doing.
So Zenvo Automotive is a Danish hypercar brand that's been creating hypercars since 2007 by now, and we're focusing on extreme, visceral, handmade hypercars.
So with Zenvo, our brand image is very much centered around celebrating Scandinavian culture and Danishness. Globally, people know kind of what Scandinavia is, but I think it's very important when we're representing the brand that we get across what that exactly means to us. So kind of use of minimal space, natural materials, and being a bit different as well.
We looked a lot at Danish artists, Danish architects really critically, and how they express Danishness or the idea of Danishness through things like architectural form and material expression. Our first design response, Zenvo really loved it, but it ended up being completely different to what we went for in the end. The material palette between that first iteration of the design and what we ended up with was actually very similar, but what did change was the architectural expression. Instead of an enclosed theatre-like experience, we ended up with a very open, almost museum gallery experience that allowed anyone who wanted to come and interact with these cars or to just kind of have a look at the stand to come on and see that without any barriers to entry. Upstairs, it was much more about a VIP experience, something of a retreat from the hubbub of the show below it. It allowed views out over the whole show in a restrained, stylish bar environment. We were actually also lucky enough to have some Arne Jacobsen furniture on the stand, which was a real coup.
The Zenvo stand design was intentionally ambitious. We wanted it to stand out from all of the other stands at the show. Because the stand had to be dismantled and then reconstructed in Monterey just 2 weeks later, this meant that we had to have really comprehensive technical drawings and a really tight build schedule to ensure that we could build the stand with just 10 crew in 12 days. The strength of the design is that it served two completely different shows with two very different audiences. Monterey Car Week is much more exclusive, so we didn't have the upper deck. The storeroom was actually turned into a speccing area for people to come in and really get hands-on with the design behind the cars.
One of the things I particularly like about the stand design is that it is very flexible. So in America, we won't have the roof. And at the same time at Goodwood, we've had a really nice first floor bar area. All our customers have had great views of the event. So I love that flexibility in the design.
Zenvo were super pleased with the stand. It really stood out at Goodwood and later at Monterey. They more than met their commercial goals for the shows, and ultimately it's led to a lot of buzz for us as well as Zenvo.